will be our last question that comes from section 2.1. So question number 4. What you're going to realize is that we have an equation. So I'm going to draw my left and right hand side. The next thing that you're going to do is ask yourself, can I simplify? Well, this side is just a constant, so there's nothing here to do any simplifying. No parentheses, no like terms. Over here, no parentheses, and I have a variable. And remember, this 5 is not a constant. And you look at it and go like, yeah, that does look kind of funky. So when you see this little funkiness, because you might have found the coefficient is 5, which is not, you want to rewrite this. Remember how I told you that if this happens where your letter is in the fraction, what we can do is move the letter, move the variable over. But there has to be a number here. So in front of any number, there's an understood 1. So when I move the W over, what's left in the fraction would be a -1, and at the bottom, 5. When I rewrite it like this, you're going like, oh yeah, that kind of looks like what we did in the last question. So sometimes you might have to rewrite it. If you don't see a number in front, slip in a number, and if the variable is on top, slide it over. Once you have it written like this, then you can realize, oh yeah, -1/5 is the coefficient, not 5. And then there's your variable. And these are not like terms, so there's no simplifying. When I label, this is the only side that has a variable, which means this side must be constant. Once I have that, then you know that this does not move. Don't add 1/5, add 1/5, because it's not a constant. Remember, it's understood as multiplication. Because it's a coefficient, we have to do the divorcing step. Because this is a fraction, we don't divorce by dividing, we divorce by multiplying by the reciprocal. So this becomes 5 on top, -1 at the bottom. Whatever I do to one side, you have to do to the other. So let's do 5 over -1 on this side. So when you start multiplying, 5 times -1, -5, -1 times 5, -5. You know that -5 over -5 is going to be 1W, or just W. My cross cancelers would have done that, and they would still get W. Over here, remember, that's not a fraction, so put it over 1. 12 times 5 is 60. 1 times -1 is -1. And then a positive divided by a negative, you're going to get a -60.